5, 4,
3,
2,
1.
Paulie here on a special live Latino slant. Hola, what's happening? Hola todos. I hope everyone is doing well. And I want to welcome all our new subscribers. Hey, we're hanging out live for about an hour, continuing our coverage of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. And this is coverage that I've been doing. I looked at my receipts. We've been covering this film for about a year and a half since Tenoch Huerta was rumored to be Namor till now. So I'm really proud of everything that we've done. Check out our playlist. Check out all our panels. But one thing that people were kind of asking about, hey, why don't you have someone that liked the film on? Like, all right, I could do that. Sure. I don't want to be like, part of the echo chamber. We all have our opinions and we're very passionate. We're talking about superhero movies at the end of the day. So we have a great guest. He's a filmmaker, he's a musician. At the end of this debate, this talk, we're actually also going to check out some of his film work. And I think there's a nice little connection here. So before we start, I want to say hello to you guys. Then I want to play a little funny video, maybe two. I asked in the chat, has anyone seen this movie yet? Give us your thoughts. Visinger. Nope. I haven't, nor will I ever watch it. Whoa, I shall never watch it. Hail Jing Wong. I hope I said that right. Juan Carlos. Wow. Here early for once. Yeah. Well, I never stream on a Monday night. We have some fun stuff coming up this week that I need to tell you guys about. Very, very, very cool stream on Wednesday. Darth, venga, orale, venga. I love it. Good seeing you here, man. Good seeing you here. Nice music, Polly. Yeah, it is nice. It is nice. Thank you. Ruby Jade's here. Hello. Sacktown. Have you seen the clip of Tenoch saying he would like to see Namor face Iron Man and Black Widow? Yeah. I'd have to see it again because I don't know. Did he say that? Remind me, did he say that in English or was he talking in Spanish? He's so different in his language, when he's speaking his native tongue doing interviews than when he's doing English. I would have liked to see Namor fight T'Challa. How about that? Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Darth Plato's here. Aikuchi. Oh, you're from Malaysia. Aikuchi, welcome. Welcome. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Love that international crowd. Darth Plato's going to watch it on D+. Not planning to. It's long. It is long. Canute. Yes, you made it in time. We're just starting. We're just saying hello. Share the link, guys. We're just getting started. I'm just saying my hellos. So make sure that you are sharing the link. A lot of new people here. I love this. Michael Gonzalez. Lele. Let me see. Sharon C. No, never had much connection to comic book movies, and what tolerance for seeing with my partner is long past. Okay. Okay, you said it in English. Gotcha. That's great. Let me see. We've got some first time Dork Knights here. Orale, Dork Knight. Julian, hola, mister. First one for me, and excited to hear your view on the new Black Panther. Well, we will get into it. Deceased Brick fan. As long as you're not a dad, black dude, white dude, Hispanic dude, maybe an Asian dude, or a Black Panther fan, you might like Wakanda. Ándale, ándale. Tom's here. Fight, 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 fight. Ah, cálmate, Tom. Cálmate. You know what? I'm gonna put this on black for a second. Um, you know what? Speaking of fights, I wanna give you guys a moment of a macho, the life of a macho, what we have to endure. And this is a great this is great macho representation. Get ready.
Como cuando tu esposa te dice, lava los trastes. No voy a lavar ni madre. Nada voy a lavar. Eso no es cosa de hombres, es cosa de viejas. Yo no voy a lavar nada, nada. Lávalos tú. ¿Eh? Nada, un TikTok. Un TikTok que está ahorita.
¿De qué? ¿O qué?
No, ya lo voy a borrar porque nada, está bien chafa, ni me gustó. Sí, no,
¿Vas a
déjamelo.
lavar los trastes, verdad?
Sí, de hecho, estaba poniendo música para ponerme a lavarlo, ¿sabes?
Ok.
¿No sabes dónde está la esponja?
Dude, I love that one. Thank you, Fletcher Williams. Fletcher's been sending me some great videos. I don't know if you caught all that, but yes, man, I feel that pain, that macho, because I wash dishes every day. Oh, I love that one, man. I just love that one. Andale, andale. Do we want one more? I got one more. This is my guess. You got my guess out earlier. Reggie, you want to see it one more time? What I'm about to show? Okay, here we go. We got people laughing in the crowd. So, hey, that's good. Share the link. Let people know we're here. We're going to bring in Reggie in a second. But here is another macho moment. Ándale. I can't. I can't. For all the people that are coming here for the first time. Oh my goodness. All right, before I bring on my guest, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Please say hello in the chat. Please start asking questions if you're uh would kindly do so. If you feel like it, donate to the channel via PayPal, via our super chats. And it's good to have everyone here, from Tom to Tim's Talk, James Esparza, the Dork Knight, to our new people, Romina Jones. Hola, Romina Jones. ¿Cómo estás? Sacktown J. And then, of course, our members, Brian McCann, Cernotsky, Darth Plato. We're going to have a good time. Okay, so my guest is a filmmaker. He is based here in Los Angeles. He is also a fantastic musician, but as well as a buddy of mine. And we have been training in martial arts together for a few years now. Also, too, have gone to see some cool films. And he's been on the channel before. And then I know he just saw it last night, and he liked it. And we're gonna give him the floor, and then we're gonna get into a little bit, maybe some debate. Maybe it'll be heated. Who knows? But check out that that wall of sound, that wall of comic books. Reggie Johnson.
Os.
Us.
Hello, everybody. What up? What up?
What up, man? What up?
Hey.
Hey. So I see you're all ready. You got the comic book wall, you got your sweatshirt.
This is just a normal Monday for me, though. Honestly.
It really is. I mean, you like almost every time I see you, you have like some different comic book shirt you're wearing.
Yeah.
Comic book hero. And I gave you that Justice League shirt a few years ago. That was a nice shirt. Now
it was a nice shirt. It is a nice shirt. Better yet, 'cause I still wear it.
It is a nice shirt. It is a nice shirt. So we definitely got some great people in the chat hanging out with us. We're continuing our Wakanda talk. So tell me, you just saw it. Tell me who went. Was it packed? What was the makeup of the crowd? And any of those, kind of like good nuggets there.
Yeah. It was saw it last night, 7:00 showing. Biggest theater, biggest house in the theater. Completely packed. mixed crowd. Saw it with my wife, 7-year-old, 4-year-old who had to be taken out in the middle because he's unruly, and my mom also went. Um, and we had a good time, and people clapped a few times. With the at the mid credit scene, people clapped, and people clapped on the
Mhm.
tribute to Chadwick. Um, Thank you, Brian McCann. I see you out there. Yes, indeed, indeed.
Uh, and he's talking about your wall, man, your
Yep.
wall. And yeah, we should also say Reggie has done the rounds. He's been on Clobbering Times, La Reina Creo. Wait, were you on Clobbering show?
No, no, but we've done some episodes where we're both on your channel and
Right,
Lorena's.
right. So I should also say, besides being a filmmaker, an incredible musician, a family man, comic book lover. So
Yep.
yeah,
First books. Some of my
yeah.
first books. I started reading comics right around the time of Marvel's Secret Wars 2. Uh, Secret Wars on the horizon. So yeah, been a comic book reader for a long time. Took a long break, of course. You kind of age out, and as an adult, you kind of get back into your kid stuff again. So
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, are the kids getting into any of the comic books heroes or their action figures yet?
oh, they love them, man. They love them, especially my son, especially. He loves them. We have some of the Lego superhero games on PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
They love to play them. They know all the characters. They know the villains. They know their powers, backstories.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Well, we're already getting into it. And it is kind of goes with our first theme. Let's jump in. Reggie, so you're a film guy? If you can remove ethnic, race, and feminist stuff, how do you feel about this piece of film? And I think that goes with our first theme, or our first part. We're going to talk about film and MCU connection. So the floor is yours, Mr.
yeah,
Reg.
yeah. I think if you strip away some of those elements that can be seen as surface level, you have a very somber film about grief. It's definitely not a popcorny film like your typical MCU entries are. Not a lot of jokes. In a lot of ways, it reminds me a lot of Batman versus Superman, where it's a film that it's very serious. You
Hmm.
have the death of your titular character in the film. Spoilers for those who haven't seen it. Um, and it sets up a lot of events to come, where there's two or three things that are, or two or three stories that are going to play out in other films and shows.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, such is the nature of being in a cinematic universe where each film has to tell its story and also do some of the legwork for stories to come. That's a plus and a minus, I think, for all of these films. As far as the quality of film, I mean, the cinematography is really, really strong. I think the visuals here are very powerful. I think the
Mm-hmm.
performances, particularly from Angela Bassett, uh, Tenoch, uh, even Letitia Wright really stepped up. I think to take on a much bigger role and did a good
Mm-hmm.
job.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the critical things I thought, some of the pacing, I think it dragged a little bit in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think it could have used something a little edgier or something a little more surprising, I think, in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of missed a twist. There was an obvious buildup to the showdown between Wakanda and Atlantis or Talokan, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and there just I felt like there needed to be another story element there to to spin it a little bit. Some of the fight scenes were a little too close. I think couldn't really track the movements that well in a few scenes. A couple scenes were too dark. That's what I thought. But I mean, this film had just a ginormous burden. So back when Chadwick passed away, I thought this film is doomed. Like, you have the actor playing the titular character pass away. We knew they weren't going to recast him. And I thought this film was going to be this. They were going to have to cancel it, or is just going to be terrible. So the fact that they were able to really pay him a lot of respect and use that in the story, I thought that was really powerful, especially from a movie like this to be so weighty. I thought.
Okay, so those are your first
yeah,
overall.
Sure.
Okay, I don't know what movie you saw, but that's not the movie I saw.
Okay, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh my God, I don't even know where to start, Reggie. I thought it was a total disgrace on how they handled T'Challa's death. He should have died on his. You don't even have to show. Obviously, you don't have to. Just have his mask on, but blurring in and out. I don't know what, but dying on his shield. It was really strange. It was very strange. I mean, there was 3 emotional parts for me, right? Beginning, middle, and end. The ones that I emotionally most connected to, and none of them were Namor, by the way. One was the actual MCU intro, which was just completely classy. That really hit me, right? But that's not the film,
right?
And I'm being manipulated. I know this, but that's okay. It's Chadwick. 2 was when Michael B. Jordan showed up. Absolutely stunning. Everyone in the audience gasped, and clapped.
Yeah.
Right. That was fantastic. It just said to me more, Reggie, that we needed black men in Wakanda. This is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. And then the final one is when, in full spoilers, guys, we're beyond spoilers, is when they had the closing credit scene. What do you call it? Mid-credits?
Mid-credit.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Let me just say, any scene with Lupita? But yeah, that was a beautiful. Yeah, I know. That was a beautiful scene, and that little kid was, in. So it really bothers me, man. Not just black, but also brown. These men who were absent or especially as a guy myself who grew up being raised just by my mom for so many years, and finally having a better relationship, a more mature relationship with my father now, stuff like that gets to me. So I don't like that absence, especially when it was so ingrained in the first movie. It was so special. Now you talk about the film work, Reggie. I mean, the film work was very cheap at times. The camera work, I was shocked. I was shocked. It's a disjointed movie. You got too many subplots going on, and it's like, look, if you're trying to set up for Disney Channel shows, Reggie, let them on Disney Plus. I want something completely riveting and different. It can be heavy. It can have everything you want with the grief. You can't do a 2.5-hour movie though on grief, and that's what we got. I think I'm warming up. I think that's
okay. Okay.
So yeah, you got a response to that? You got anything to say about that?
I have a couple of thoughts. I think, I mean, gosh, as far as I think the absence of Chadwick and other male characters, at least from the Wakandan side, because you still got Namor. Namor is is driving the plot. So you've got him. Um,
Hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like it just, your hand is forced when you have your actor pass away, and you have the decision not to recast him. Who do you have? Who do you have? As far as I think, gosh, I mean, it's just a really tough situation. You know what I mean? You have already established. You have the Queen. You have Shuri established. You have the
Hmm.
Dora Milaje already established. It's naturally, if you're just thinking about, okay, who steps up in the absence of T'Challa, then you have all these other people that are important, on some level, either from a standpoint of being a warrior or a political officer. Um, it's just unfortunate. I would have liked to seen Wakabi return, on that note, but they had that kind of that line of dialogue that he was in jail. I guess he was in jail. Wakabi is Daniel Kaluuya's character, for
Yeah,
supporting
yeah.
Killmonger in the first movie. It would have been cool. It would have been cool if he could have been back for the sequel. I think that's uh,
Well,
that's a missed
okay, you
opportunity.
you know what I'm gonna say is I think a major problem here is that they just didn't recast.
Absolutely, absolutely. I
That's
think.
that's at
I
the
mean,
crux of everything, right? And
yeah,
we could
that's the
talk.
whole thing.
I know someone wants to talk film, like technical as far as cinematography, music, all that stuff. Let's get to that in a minute. But recasting T'Challa, I wanted T'Challa versus Namor.
And you know what? I'm not going to argue with that at all,
Hmm.
because I think the character, man, I think they probably should have recasted T'Challa. I think that's a character that's into, you talk about representation. Here we go. You have in Marvel Comics, you have two black characters who aren't sidekicks. You have Power Man, Luke Cage,
Mm.
and you got Black Panther.
Mm.
Falcon, I don't care if you make him Captain America, he's a sidekick to me. You feel me? That's
Oh,
his or
Sam.
that's who he's been for 45 years, right?
Hey, hey, I always like Falcon,
I
but yeah,
like
you're right.
Falcon too, but he's a sidekick to me.
He's a sidekick.
He's a
You're right.
sidekick.
Hmm.
They whatever. But anyway,
I liked his old outfit, man. That red and white.
yeah. I like the classic comic outfit, you know.
That's
Um
what I mean.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wasn't it red and white?
Yeah, red and
White and
white.
red. Yeah. Okay, so Luke Cage and Black Panther. You're
Yeah.
talking about
So
representation. Uh-huh. Go
right.
on.
So I mean, you tell a kid, "Hey, we're going to go see Black Panther," but Black Panther isn't in the movie at all. It's kind of a tough sell. It's like, okay, who do I latch on to? Who is there for me now?
Hmm.
Um, so you lost, something really significant by not having this character to continue.
The
So I'm
debate would be
I'm
better
I'm
if
not
it
even
was
I'm not even arguing.
with an African, get a different view from a Black American. I mean, Makadama, I really appreciate that, but yeah, this is an American film, right? And it's if we're to go with that, then I can't talk about it because I'm not Maya. I'm not from the Yucatan. So we're just gonna keep on. Tell you what, we're gonna keep on talking about it because we're coming from comic book perspective, filmmaker nerd perspective, and Reggie's a filmmaker as well. So if it's not good enough, then I don't know what to tell you, Macabre, but you're welcome to hang out here. Um, okay, let me see. What do we get? Reggie said it. Falcon is a sidekick. So yeah, I mean, in the MC, okay, so what they set up then with what they got, right?
Hmm.
You decide not to recast T'Challa
Hmm.
and you go with what you got.
Right.
Okay. M'Baku versus someone else to fight for the country. Even though the what is it, the herb is gone,
Hmm.
there's still a council
Hmm.
who decided. I guess that council decided on the queen ruling in or maybe it was a temporary thing. But that would have made more sense. Shuri's not a warrior.
Yeah.
You
Shuri's
know,
not a warrior. Letitia Wright is like 92 pounds. However, in the comics, when T'Challa got blasted by Doctor Doom, Shuri took on the mantle of Black Panther for a time.
for a time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually during this time they actually did have conflict with Namor and Atlantis. Um, so that's not an unprecedented move. I mean, that follows what's already been in in the sacred text, so to speak. So we knew it was coming too. I mean, we knew it was coming. I mean,
Why do we know it's coming? Because everything is being turned to female leads.
uh, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely, I think, in Phase 4 of Marvel,
Yeah, I'm looking everywhere. Phase 4 Marvel, looking everywhere.
Phase 4 Marvel, there's a lot more. There's definitely a lot more female leads. Uh, the Avengers looks like it's going to be a lot more
Right.
female representation. Uh,
Ah,
they didn't have. They didn't have to. I mean, they didn't have to do anything. They could have recasted T'Challa, and this every single thing we'd have to say about this would be a moot point. But if you don't recast T'Challa, then the thing to do that would make sense and that follows the comics would be to have Shuri step up as Black Panther because that's what the comics did.
Okay, Darth had a great you know suggestion. Let's talk about and we've gone over this, so I think we can move forward now. Let's talk about the your filmmaker. I know you gave you were telling me that you like the cinematography. What else on a technical point did you dig?
The score is amazing. Score is probably the most manipulative element in film
Mm-hmm.
as far as emotion, tone,
Mm-hmm.
uh, just additional color. Uh, the score is great. Ryan Coogler always partners with Ludwig Göransson for all his films, even all the way back to like Fruitvale Station.
He did
Uh,
that. He did
yeah,
Fruitvale.
uh
Wow.
huh. And Ludwig also did he did The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. He's done. Yeah.
yeah,
That I knew. Yeah.
yeah. So the music was great. Even the music choices they made, just not the score, but the actual songs that they use, I think really added a lot. Um,
Okay. On that note, um, I agree.
mhm.
Even though I know some people hate the score, I thought it was completely. Some of it was completely bonkers. I was like, "Wow, this is riveting. This is probably one of the better elements of the movie." The score,
Mhm.
the songs. They had a couple of songs in Spanish, and I need to get those, and I want to break down those songs. I thought they were great.
Yeah.
There was a couple where one where Lupita goes to Mexico, and then of course when they're traveling to Talocan. I thought that was beautiful. I thought some of it had me. I was like,
Mhm.
this is beautiful. This is
Yeah.
beautiful. Then the lights went out. I thought Talocan looked like hell.
Mm.
What happened, man? What happened?
Mm.
Come on, Reggie, come on,
Well,
come on.
I don't know what to tell you, man. I mean, you thought like the design of the
I
nation
couldn't
was.
see the design. It was too dark.
Yeah, there was a couple. Like I said, there was a couple scenes that were too dark. I like how they
There's like
showed the.
Alcucci says, I Cucci, I Cucci. I'm gonna stop saying that. Wanted
Coochie
to
coochie
see
coo.
more of Talocan.
You know what? The thing that they did in the movie that was really, uh, I think, reverent was when they took Shuri as a captive and they had the people show her love. It was like,
Best part of the film.
here, you know what? You're a princess. You're royalty. This is what you wear. Here's some food.
Right.
Hey, let me take you. around and let me show you my land, let me show you my people, and everybody's greeting her with respect, with friendliness that shows the people smiling, different ages. So I thought they paid. I
I
mean,
thought that
set
whole
dress.
interaction
Yeah,
with the telecom people was wonderful. I
yeah.
thought their banter was going into some interesting areas.
Hmm.
Set wise, they looked a little silly. Some of the crystal cave walls
Yeah.
looked a little. It looked a little 1970s.
I don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, they got to
Looked a
make it
little
look
cheap.
different. They got to make it look different than James Wan's Atlantis, right?
Why? Why? Just do this. Don't do the same thing, but like improve on it. I mean, how were they talking underwater?
Man, you just got to you got to say it's comic book. Throw your hands up. You know what I mean? Sometimes in these movies, you just have
Listen.
to be like,
The
okay, whatever.
no, Reggie. I don't. I paid money. I can do it. Say anything I want. No, Reggie. Listen, I actually thought some of the most effective acting from Namor and the crew was when they're speaking Mayan to each other
Hmm.
in the cave, like when you can fully hear them.
Right.
Wonderful,
Hmm.
right? And then of course when he's doing his battle call, and he's
Right.
talking all, that was fierce. That was fierce. Motorboating underwater. Oh, Mexican Iron Man did a thing on that the other night. That was the other day. I was just, that's too much. That's too
Yeah.
much. But yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Like the whole, just kind of just looking too dark. You're saying like
There were there
suspend
was there were
disbelief.
scene, there were a couple scenes, not just there. There were a couple
Yeah,
scenes
not
that
just
were
there.
actually too dark. I don't know if it was the color grading or the actual digital processing of the film or what it was.
Well, people,
Because it's
yeah.
CG, right? It's not it's CG. I mean, you just everybody everybody in this industry knows how to light a green screen. So it's something after in the post process that makes that scene too dark. I don't know at what point that broke down.
Yeah, you know what? Let's pull up some images because I have to tell you, then in some scenes it was too bright. It's like they like and in particular I'm thinking of the fight on top of the what was it, the Wakanda submarine. How did Wakanda get a navy?
How did they get? Well,
How did they get a navy? Aren't they landlocked?
they're not. There is water there. Uh, I don't know how they got a big, look like an aircraft carrier, uh,
Oh, oh my
or why they
god.
would have the need for one.
Why would they have a need? Exactly. All of a sudden though, they got it.
That's the thing. Like, sure, of course, they're Wakanda. They can have any type of naval, um,
Hmm.
artillery that they need, right? But
Hmm.
they've never had a need for one. And how do they get one so quickly? But what, that was like, oh, okay. That I
Hmm.
did bristle on that a little bit.
So some scenes were either too dark. Where's this? I'm looking for the battle on top of the they got all these pictures of themselves. I really don't want to see pictures of it. Okay, here we go. What am I looking for? I'm looking for photos of where they're battling on top of the submarine thing.
Hey,
This is
Julian Mariette,
yes.
Marshala Ali got casted as Blade, so he can't be Blade and Black Panther.
I heard the Blade. Is the Blade thing still happening?
Barrett, like they director is out. I think it's being rewritten. You can't do. They will not top Wesley Snipes as Blade. Sorry.
Yeah. Why don't they just bring him back?
Well, it's not just. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they think that he's aged out of the role, but like Wesley Snipes is the absolute perfect casting for Blade. Blade needs to be rated R, not PG-13. He's got to kill vampires. It's got to be bloody and nasty and scary.
Yeah.
And the MCU doesn't do that.
He old.
No, he is. He is, right?
He is. It's Romina agrees. He did. I mean, yeah, we didn't talk about Blade. You didn't mention Blade. You said Luke Cage and Black Panther.
I didn't mention Blade because Blade didn't really have his own book in Marvel Comics. He was like, he guest appeared in other people's comics. So I didn't really count him, despite him having a movie and really kind of getting being pre-MCU in a lot of ways. Blade didn't have his own book. Like Blade showed up in like Morbius or something like that, or Morbius comics, or Marvel Premiere. He would show up in other people's books, but he didn't have his own comic book that you can read and go buy every month.
We got a super chat earlier. Julian Marietti. I don't know if I'm saying it right, for 20 Canadian dollars. When it comes to recasting, I always thought about Marshala Ali. Oh, you said this.
Yeah, that's what I was addressing.
Okay, well, they're sorry. Okay, sorry, Julian. Thank you for the $20. That's fantastic. What do we feel like playing for him? You know some of the videos I got, Reggie. Anything comes to mind?
Hey, let's go with Salsa Lady.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. You know what? We all got to go salsa dancing, man.
Yeah, indeed.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that. Michael Gonzalez. Hey Reggie, you comic book guy. Do you think this namer will have the cojones?
If they deny us that, I quit watching all these movies. I will never. I will cancel my.
Wait, hold on.
If he doesn't fight the Fantastic Four and try to get Invisible Woman away from Mr. Fantastic. Got to. That's gotta happen.
Bro. Why didn't he throw down with Shooty? Man, it was right there. He was seducing her.
It was right there. It really was.
He was like, I got my cape.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you a little bracelet from my mom.
Yep. Player moves.
And then what does she do when she gets back to Wakanda? They're dangerous people. I mean, what the hell, man? I didn't like that.
Yeah. That I know what they wanted to do right there. It probably could have been a better line.
Yeah. Male gaze. Ay Dios. Ay Dios.
No male gaze.
Okay, we're here with Just Reggie Official, Reggie Johnson, filmmaker. Obviously, guys, you can see he knows his comics. So yeah, and he's been a member of this channel for a while. Since pretty much we started, man. You've been here since day one with me on this. We're hitting a little, we're riding a wave here of, Namor, Wakanda love or hate. But we're here debating because even though I love Reggie, he's just, giving us one bad take after another. He liked the film. He's obviously, I think he saw the movie sitting upside down. But hey, we got nothing but love for Reggie. Even my lady Romy loves Reggie.
Man, I'm gonna leave that alone, bro. But go for it.
Okay, let's go. Let's go back. You're fired, Reggie. You're fired. Let's go back to this bridge scene. I think the bridge scene had a lot of great elements, and yet had kind of like failed with some of the like you said, the camera work on showing the fights. What is that?
You know, man, um, gosh, you know me, Paulie,
Mm-hmm.
us being martial artists and me watching a lot of martial arts, movies
Mm-hmm.
forever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know how a fight scene is supposed to look.
Mm.
Um, you gotta move the camera away, so you can see humans move. That's the beauty of the martial arts combat. You get to see people do things that normal people can't. You get too close to try to add speed and tension, then you take away from the beauty. So
Mm-hmm.
you have to have a respect for both of those things. Um,
I mean,
uh,
I
so
have
there
some
there was some there
footage.
was good choreography there.
Well, I'm
So
gonna
I
show you
don't
some
take yeah
choreography.
yeah.
And I was like, did they have this scene in the film? Because what I mean, this is incredible. This is better than the movie. This is Mabel Cadena practicing.
Oh
Just
man,
that.
there's always the stunt teams always have better previs stuff that makes it into the film. That's every single one of these films,
Okay,
every
all right,
single
all right,
one.
all right.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
just said a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah.
Okay. The stunt team previs filming. What does all that mean?
Okay. So with all of these action movies, comic book films, they go to a group of guys and ladies, like the lady here, uh, who will go and choreograph a fight, film it a few different ways, get it to the filmmaker and the producers, and say, "Check this out. This would be good to go in the film."
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll plan on doing that. They'll even have some of the same stunt performers actually be in the film,
Nice.
as doubles for the
Mm-hmm.
actors.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's part of the pre-visualization process. They do this for some of the CGI stuff too. They'll have a team design some things beforehand, so they know how it's going to look, um, and how it's going to be written into the story. I hope
Yeah,
that
this is
sufficiently answers your question.
yeah, no, that's good too. I mean, listen, we also want to give uh you know, we do want to give credit to this stunt team and their stunt work. I just didn't think it was filmed like they just didn't do it justice, which goes back again to was Coogler like not there? What happened, man?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't really have the thing about any of these films. I don't really have a high bar for what they offer in terms of, at least on the Marvel side, DC baby.
Ah,
Uh, in terms of
oh, he
what they
took a swipe there,
offer
everybody. He took a
in,
swipe.
in the uh, in the fight scene department.
Uh-huh.
Um, like I said, a lot of time the camera is too close, too many cuts. Um, those are the main things that typically plague Western films and with fighting scenes. You go watch Donnie Yen or something. The camera's in wide. You can see him move. You can see him kick. You can see him block, punch, jump. All that is very clear.
So we have another a lot of this kind of like behind the scenes, kind of these are probably filmed on people's camera phones.
Hmm.
It looks like it are starting to get out there, because now people have the right to do like meaning like Mabel Cadena release that footage you just saw because the movie's out. So they've been sitting on this stuff probably for a couple of years now. Here's another one. Let's take a look at this. You can see Namor, Namora, and
Oh, the
some other.
costumes were dope though. I mean, just side note, I thought the costume character designs were really really strong.
I I I liked Atuma.
You like the Tuma? Yeah.
He was incredible. Yeah. Explosion. This is even a slow down for us.
Hmm.
It's a great shot. Of
Yeah.
course they did that. Okay, so this is really cool. Check this out, guys. Can you see my mouse?
Hmm.
Okay, guys, this is a camera. right? And then it's got all the plastic covering. This is the shot that ends up in the movie. From their angle, from their point of view, looking at Namor. Watch it move.
Big boy toys right there. The crane.
Right? Have you worked with the crane yet?
I wish.
How much is something like that just to rent?
Oh man, I didn't even bother to look. I just no.
Yeah,
If
all
you
this
have
is
to
a
ask,
lot of
it's too
money right
much.
here.
Yeah.
This is a lot of money right here.
Yep.
But I would have to say too, though, even here in these scenes, it's almost like it was too bright. I don't know. What do you think?
Well, it's hard to judge off this because this isn't color graded. This is just
No, in the movie.
PTS.
In the movie.
Yeah, but I don't remember. I'd have to look at it again to give you an honest opinion on how
Okay.
it was overexposed, underexposed. I mean, the thing with all the Marvel movies, every single one, they don't have enough contrast. If you pull up an image of a Marvel movie to another blockbuster movie, even even a DC film, they have good contrast. You see the blacks, the dark parts of the image are really dark. The bright parts that are supposed to be bright are bright. Marvel films kind of have that grayness to them overall.
I'm seeing a through line here that you are not a fan of Marvel.
Woo!
What's up with that?
That's not true, man. That's not true. I definitely like DC better. Marvel. Here's the thing. I think Marvel does a little too much of the bathos. Bathos is when you undercut a serious moment with a joke.
Way too much.
There's just, I mean, this film gets credit alone for not doing that. Like, anytime there's any type of tension or, real dramatic gravitas, they come in with a joke and,
Bro, they did that
take it
with
up.
M'Baku. What are you talking about?
Well, when he said, "You bald-headed demon," actually, that was funny.
How about when he got rocked by Namor? He's like, oh.
Yeah.
Come on, man. They
Yeah.
made M'Baku look like an idiot.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean,
but
there was still less. There's still a lot less of it here.
Lot less, and yes, I did appreciate that. But I also wanted a cohesive story. What is it? What is it? Let's talk script. Do you think the script was a part of a script from before Chadwick passed, and then part of just corporate fingers getting into it?
No, they had a completely different script because he wrote the script. He finished the first draft or some draft of the script like days before Chadwick passed, and none of them knew he was facing his illness. So he had to rewrite this from the ground up without Chadwick, without Black Panther, T'Challa being in the character in the movie. So in regards to that, the film has to do a lot. They've asked this film, and I say they as in Kevin Feige, Marvel, all the producing team who look out and see how every story fits into the bigger picture. They're setting up the Thunderbolts. They're setting up Ironheart. They're setting up Secret Wars in this film. And that's why some parts don't really work. I think that anybody has that criticism, it's completely fair. Like the Agent Ross stuff with his ex-wife, that's all about the Thunderbolts. The end when Namor is like, people are gonna come for Wakanda, and then they're gonna need us, and they'll have to come and ask for our help. That's Thunderbolt stuff. There's going to be another invasion on Wakanda for vibranium or whatever, and there'll be another alliance formed. That's going to come out, going to come to the fore, and whenever that Thunderbolts movie that they announce drops, maybe in 2 years. Secret Wars. For those who haven't seen it, I don't know, another spoiler, but T'Challa Jr. And one of the things that happens with Secret Wars is um, they sort of manipulate time and space. So you'll have what I'm assuming is going to be an aged up T'Challa Jr. as Black Panther when they get to Avengers Secret Wars. So we will have Black Panther proper again. Yeah.
They cram too much. Everything you just said is they cramp too much.
Like I said, that's the blessing and
what
curse
you
of the
just said
MCU.
is like what you just said is like 3 different TV shows.
That's the double-edged sword of the MCU. Everything has to be used to set up the next thing or things. And
Makadama, who at first was adverse to us, I guess. Now we've won her heart, his heart, their heart, whatever, with $5. It's a super sticker. It's like this little person like doing a yes and all that stuff. Thank you. Muchísimas gracias. Okay. Well, you know what? If you haven't met Maka, our uncle, then you need to meet him now. Yeah, man. He should have his own. He should have been in Talocan, my uncle. We needed more like I kind of joke at that, but one of my favorite like little moments that was so real was when Lupita was going undercover a little bit with her glasses, speaking Spanish to the natives there, and the abuela, one of the old ladies was like, "Nah, I don't know who it is. Get out of here."
Mhm.
Like, oh my god, that's like one of my old aunts.
Mhm.
That was a cute little moment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that super chat. Very, very cool. Oh, thank you. Yay.
Brian
He
McCann
should've-
is asking about the joke about the ashy head. So that's
Yes. Let's go back to that. I wanted yeah. Let's get a little what do you call it? What would you call this section here? This segment? Black grooming.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
it's grooming.
when your skin gets dry and you're black, you got dark, especially it's more apparent the darker you are, your skin gets like a chalky look on it, especially when it gets cold, right? And your skin gets dry. So we refer to that as being ashy, and it's kind of a big cultural joke that we if the opportunity presents itself, uh, we seize the opportunity to assail the offender.
Yeah, I really didn't like that scene.
It went on too long. It went on way too long.
I really didn't like Ironheart.
Uh,
Well, what's up with this outfit, bro?
it's you know what, man? It's one of those things. It
Yes.
what can I say about Ironheart, man? Nothing against the actress who played it. It's a character I feel like I'm just not a big fan of kind of like derivative characters. Like you have
Mm.
Iron Man and you have Ironheart and you have
Mm.
Spider-Man, you have Spider Woman, Spider Girl, Spider Who, Spider this, Spider that. Like,
Interesting.
it's yeah. I mean,
Okay.
the suit looks a little cartoony, right?
Yeah, did definitely didn't work for me.
And I mean, it kind of looks like that in the books too. If you actually pull up an image of the comic book Ironheart, it might
Mm.
look a little bit better, I think. But
I've seen it. It looks okay.
yeah, it doesn't look. I don't know if they felt the need to like pull it away from make it distinct from any of
Mhm.
Tony's suits. But
Right. Some people are saying in the chat.
did the suit have cornrows?
People have been really mentioning that. I mean, let's say for argument's sake, Riri put it in there for her cornrows. Did you guys pick up on that when you watched it last night?
I didn't. I completely missed it.
Right. It's been a little talking subject a little bit too. I think people, I call the helmet ribbed for her pleasure.
Oh, come on, man.
Look at him. Sorry, man. Sorry, I forgot. Sorry. No disrespect. No disrespect. No disrespect. Okay, so in case you forgot who was in the suit, salty buttered bags. I love this. I love his. I don't know if you're a male or female, but I love salty buttered bags. I'm actually on a huge eating habit change. This past week, Reg, it's like dropped 5 pounds just from in this first week. We've gone on this a regiment eating schedule of what we're eating
Mhm.
and what we're not. I mean, we're eating, so it's so clean right now. But I went to the movie theater the other night. I was like, oh man, I want some salt and butter on my popcorn.
That's right.
I couldn't do it.
Very 80s. Yeah, I got like Voltron vibes from it.
Whoops. My back. You see me?
Yeah, you're back, sir.
I hit something and pop, I was out. Anyways, everyone, we're here with Reggie Johnson. He's a filmmaker, martial artist, buddy of mine. Him and his family saw the film this week. What did the family think? What did your wife and your mother think?
My mom liked it a lot. Um, she's pretty critical of films that are darker, sadder. Uh, Characters die.
Hmm.
She liked it. She wanted to see an alliance and uh, with Talokan and Wakanda and have them fight somebody else.
Mm.
Um, my wife missed like 40 minutes because she had to take my son out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But what she saw, she thought it was okay, or she just didn't get a handle on it.
I don't know. I think it was tough to her to give an opinion. I think.
Sure.
I think she liked what she saw, but she was kind of pissed off at our 4-year-old.
Right. Yeah. That's too
Wait,
bad.
Darren. So Darren asks, does Reg have a Marvel poster? Actually,
Here we go.
I do. Okay, I'm gonna show you really quick. Okay, BVS baby, right next to it, Infinity War. Infinity War, right there. My favorite MCU movie.
Wait, how does this work? Okay.
Yep.
And yeah, go ahead.
So I got DC on this side. I got Marvel on this side. I probably read more Marvel growing up as a comic reader, but I always liked DC animation and film better. Yeah.
Who your favorite DC and then who your favorite Marvel superheroes?
DC has the Trinity, right? You got Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, my favorites. Marvel has a deeper roster for me. Hulk, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Luke Cage, the X-Men, the Fantastic Four.
The X-Men. Yeah.
You know,
that was my thing with the
yeah.
X-Men in high school. Yeah. That's great. Yeah, people are digging your wall like last time. I think like last time.
Thank you.
Do you gentlemen think a different director should have had the opportunity to helm this subsequent Black Panther film? Great question, Juan Carlos.
Great question. I think if it was, I think given that Chadwick died and they didn't recast T'Challa, this was the best that we were going to get from in Marvel. I think this was the absolute. I don't think, yeah, I don't think anyone was going to do better.
Was there someone else set up to do it?
No.
Hmm.
There was never any talk about anybody else for Black Panther. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this might be the end. This might be the last MCU project for Coogler. I don't know how long he wants to keep doing this. There's talk about him doing one of the upcoming Avengers films. Daniel Destin Cretton, who did Shang-Chi, is going to do one of the upcoming Avengers films.
Right. How do you feel about that?
I think he's good. He's a really solid director. If you want to check out one of his other films, he did a film, Just Mercy, with Michael B. Jordan and Jamie Foxx. And it was
yeah, he did that. That's right. Was that good?
Really, really good. Really good. Really good performances. Who else is in that movie? I think Brie Larson, another Marvel.
Oh God.
And Tim Blake Nelson is in it.
You know, I kind of want to see. I've been wanting to see that. It's been out for a few years now.
Yeah, that's a really good film. And I liked Shang-Chi a lot until the third act.
I would have to agree with you. But here's the. Okay, all right. We'll just keep on going. We'll going on that. Yeah, I liked the first. I was really entertained with the first part of Shang-Chi, and then jump to the fight with the dad, because anything Tony Leung, I mean, like I can watch him just look out the window,
Right.
An incredible actor. If you guys get a chance, check out Grandmaster, check out I'm in the mood for love. But yes, no Brie Larson. No Brie Larson. And then so going back to this film, we're in looking back at this past year, there's been a lot of superhero films. How would you rate them? Look, give me your top three, and let me name some off for you. How about that?
Okay.
Can I do that for you?
Go for it.
Okay. All right. So we're going back a year, which is November of last year. Black Widow, I think, had just came out. Shang-Chi. Okay. Eternals. Spider-Man. Then you had Doctor Strange, Multiverse.
Morbius.
Doctor Strange, Multiverse.
The Batman.
Don't forget the Batman.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Black Adam. Wakanda.
All right. Let me go from bottom to top. We'll work our way up. All right. Okay. At the very bottom, like underground, subterranean.
Wait, let me hold on. Let me make a banner here. Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead. Go.
So at the bottom, hands down, Thor: Love and Thunder. That's the bottom.
Bro, I wouldn't even see that film.
Yeah.
I think it's the first Marvel film I haven't seen in the theater, and I haven't seen subsequently. We'll go worst.
You did yourself a favor.
To best.
What
worst
goes?
To best.
Let's see. Above that, they're all really close together. After that, I'd probably go. Black Adam.
Oh, you didn't enjoy it
Definitely.
that much, huh?
It was really okay.
It was okay. It was some good popcorn fun.
There was some good elements. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
All right. All right.
Morbius.
What about Wakanda?
I'm going in order. Going in order, Paulie.
This is Reggie's picks, guys.
I'm going from bottom.
And then I'm
bottom
gonna
up.
do mine. Then I'm gonna do mine.
Bottom
Okay,
up.
Morbius.
Okay, I'll speed up. Okay.
No, take your
Morbius.
time.
Black Widow. Doctor Strange.
Black Widow.
Shang-Chi.
Hold on, man. I'm not that fast of a typer. Black Widow.
Okay. I do need to slow down. Okay.
Doctor Strange. Black Widow. Doctor Strange.
Then Shang-Chi.
How spell Shang-Chi? Sorry, guys.
Shang. CHI.
SHANG.
CHI.
Okay.
What else do we have? After that,
Spider-Man, Wakanda, The Eternals. I mean,
yeah, the Eternals. I'd put the Eternals next.
You don't like the Eternals that much. Wow.
You
got problems, man.
I like the Eternals, man. I did. I liked it.
Wait, I don't think. Wait, I don't think that this isn't working. He likes the. What is going on? You guys wanted him to come on?
Okay. Yeah, go ahead. I'll pour it on.
Oh, see, this is what I get. It just erased everything I wrote.
I like the Eternals.
Oh, wait a minute. I got some. Hold on a second. Thank you, Darth Plato, for getting rid of those sex bots. Okay, hold on. I gotta like redo this.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Where's my notepad? That explains a lot. Burn.
Go ahead. Pour it on. Pour it on.
Burn. Hey. We love that just shows love for you, brother.
I'll take it, man.
Hey,
Thor, if you think Eternals was worse than Thor: Love and Thunder, hey, more power to you.
See it.
More power to you.
I thought the Eternals was eternally boring, and I fell asleep, and I had to I saw the Eternals when I remember seeing it like months and months ago, and I couldn't finish it. Then in June when I got COVID, I finished it because I was sitting there.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to watch.
Yeah,
I was watching everything under the sun.
So after that,
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah. So after Eternals, I put.
No, wait. We got to start at the bottom again.
Bottom again? Oh
yeah.
gosh. Okay, so I got Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes.
I got. You made me relitigate it while you asked me a question. So Morbius.
Really?
Yeah, Morbius.
Okay. Black Adam.
Black Widow. Shang-Chi.
Widow.
Shang-Chi was really good in the first half or the first 2/3.
Okay. Are you saying the Eternals?
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? Back that up. So below Shang-Chi, I put Doctor Strange, too.
Okay. I absolutely hated that movie.
And then
Shang-Chi.
Then Shang-Chi.
Then
the Eternals.
I can't believe you liked it that much.
I did, man. I did. I mean, it's a slow burn, but I'm
no,
in
it's a no burn. It's a no burn. The Batman is a slow burn. Okay.
So Wakanda Forever. And Spider-Man No Way Home. And The Batman. The very top. Well, I feel like we missed something. What else came out? around that
This
time.
past year, I think that's
The
it.
the Suicide Squad,
Oh, that's right. That came out this year, huh?
that was last summer, I think.
Oh,
Twen-
if it was last summer. Oh, this
It
past
was
summer
around the
this
same
year?
time as Shang-Chi. It was like the same month.
Um,
Anyway, yeah.
okay, all right.
I could throw that in there if you wanted.
Throw it in there. Where do you
Yeah.
want it?
Just above Love and Thunder.
Oh, so you didn't like Suicide Squad. Suicide.
I love the first Guardians of the Galaxy. Loved it. It's one of my favorite MCU films. But the Suicide Squad uh, didn't do it for me.
I mean, this is an absolutely awful list that you've created. Yeah, what? I said it. I said
I don't care,
man.
man. Look, dude. Look, I got the Batman, Spider-Man: No Way Home,
Mhm.
Wakanda Forever is my top 3.
There it is. Reggie's list of past year of superhero films. In this order, from top to bottom: The Batman, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Wakanda Forever, The Eternals, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Black Widow, Black Adam, Morbius, The Suicide Squad, Thor: Love and Thunder. You know what? I kid here. Okay, let me. All right, what do you guys think of that list? Be nice.
Pour it on.
Be nice to Reggie. But see, this says something about this past year of the quality of superhero films.
You don't like? I mean,
They've all been pretty bad.
I mean, the MCU blew their load with Thanos. I mean, what can you do after that? How do you create stakes when you've already seen half the universe get wiped out already?
Okay, so
No more Tony Stark. No more Captain America.
okay, I'm redoing the list. I'm creating my order here, guys. So talk amongst yourselves.
Yes. Somebody had a question. Sith Holocron. Is there a chance she was more powerful because she took a different herb? BP has suffered a lot of power fluctuation in the comics. I think, I think every comic book character has had a lot of power fluctuation, right? You get a different writers. I mean, let's think about Superman, right? Look at, he's had flight, no flight. He's had mind control at different points. He hasn't had mind control. I think everybody has. The Hulk's had crazy power level changes, and plus you get the whole hero inflation thing where, you know, a character has to get stronger within a story, and then the characters around them have to be written up to match over time. I don't think Shuri was more powerful than T'Challa in the movie. Yeah.
Okay,
She definitely wasn't more powerful than Namor either,
dude. That was just.
Well, here's the thing. They say that in the movie. They say that it's like, how are you going to beat him? Like, he's different from all the rest. He can fly. He's got wings. He doesn't wear a breather when he comes out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the whole dehydration plot was actually used in the comics several times. Like, that's how they beat Namor. Like, I don't know how many times in the comics. Like, they use heat to take away his water
but
power.
once he was in the air, like once he was fighting her, he if he's that powerful with his molecules, with his skin, he's sucking out that he's already getting that from the atmosphere. That didn't make sense. Like, he should have just recovered right away, flown into the water really quick to get totally regenerated. I can understand it when he was in that little
ship.
space in the ship, totally, right? But once he's out in the atmosphere, all it is, I mean, there's water in the air all over the place. And not visual water. I'm talking about moisture.
Yeah, vapor. Yeah.
Okay, wait. What did I do here? Black Adam. Oh, I did Black Adam twice. Okay, hold on.
That's how much you liked it.
Okay, I'm ready to reveal my list, guys. And we're like 50 people here.
What up, y'all?
Thank you guys so much. It's great to have you guys here. Thank you for all the super chats and all that. I do have a. Oh, you read the super chat for Sith Holocron.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was keeping busy.
Did I get anything in PayPal yet? No PayPal. PayPal is also an option. Thank you so much.
Venom 2. Oh, right, Brian. Venom 2.
Oh, we forgot Venom 2.
Yeah.
I knew there was one.
Yeah.
But that was last September. Because I saw that in Florida. We're not going to count Venom 2. Well, wait a minute. Black Widow was before Venom 2.
Yeah, Black Widow was before that. Shang-Chi was before that.
All right. Well, okay. All right. Well, here's my list, right? Spider-Man, Morbius, Shang-Chi, Black Adam, The Batman, Black Widow, Wakanda Forever. I mean, the last 4 are like all just bad. And this is my how I like enjoyed it. Right? I would put Venom 2 above Wakanda. Venom 2 is right there in Wakanda.
Oh man.
That's right.
Oh man.
That's
right. No. Okay.
Yeah. This is great. This is great. What do you guys think of my list? 50 people in the chat. What up? Let me know right now.
Oh, you got home field, man. You got home field.
No. They always call me out. So it's not even that. Come on, Slantino members, throw up the Slantino emojis. What do you guys think? Go ahead. Tear down my list. Go ahead, Reggie.
Man, come on, dude. What the come on, man. We know the Batman has got to be number 1 or number 2. Like it's just way above. It's way above everything else on this list.
But that third act crap.
Oh, you mean the I mean, it was a little long.
No,
I'll
just
give
the
you that.
story, and then him becoming this thing like other than Batman. No.
What do you mean him becoming this thing?
Him becoming like a savior? No, that's Superman.
But it was very Superman-y when at the end when he dives into the water. But that was such a cool scene, man. I mean, just like
you asked me. I'm telling you.
No. I'm just and
you asked me, bro. And then I know, but I'll give you the first hour, but then after that, you got to solve the crime. I mean, these two guys are walking around like idiots. Even the Penguin was like, even I knew Spanish. That was pretty good.
That was great though, and I can't wait to see that Penguin series when it hits HBO Max.
Bro, I know. I just found out that one of our close friends is doing a rewrite on that.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna see. Like, yo, you gotta come on my show.
Okay. Yeah.
Like, and she's you know what? I'm not gonna. If I tell you what else she's done, then people are gonna look her up. So,
NDAs.
Morbius is that far up?
See, Michael gets it. Michael gets it. See,
it's a guilty pleasure. Thank you, Armando. Thank you. This is not like this is my list of the best films from the Indie Film Festival. Guys, these are comic book movies. I want to be entertained. I don't, like, it's cool. You're going to show me some representation of minds and all that stuff. That's great. But, kick some ass, which they did. They actually, the Telecons were.
They did.
They should have just wiped out the Wakandans.
And they were winning, though. They were winning.
And then he says, take the knee. Come on, Reggie. How good. We're gonna get through this, and then I want to hear your thoughts on why Namor took the knee and what do you think that means going forward.
Yeah.
So this is my list, guys. Spider-Man, epic. Morbius was a lot of fun. Shang-Chi was a lot of fun. Black Adam was fun. Batman was great, but then Black Widow, it was pretty forgettable, and then the other ones were just crap. And we got a super chat earlier, and I know you answered her question, or Sith Holocron's question, for $5. Thank you so much, Sith. I think it is time for, what do you think? What time is it? Let's take a 30-second break, and we'll throw some gritos out there. Enjoy. Arr. Mm.
Nice.
Arr. Mm.
Hey, do a mariachi one. Oh my God.
Muchísimas gracias, everyone in the chat. Thank you guys so much. More MAGA just got here. He's confused. Is that a worst list yet? I consider it I consider a lot of these movies very subpar, but what were the best of them? So I went from, let's look at Reggie's whack list one more time.
Oh, come on, man.
The Batman, Spider-Man, Wakanda Forever, The Eternals, the eternally boring, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Black Widow, Black Adam, Morbius, The Suicide Squad, Thor: Love and Thunder. I did not put a few of these movies on because I didn't see them. I didn't see The Suicide Squad. I didn't see Thor: Love and Thunder. And you're saying, was it that bad?
Thor: Love and Thunder is just like, oh man, it's hard. I mean, there's two different comic storylines they're trying to marry into one film, which is already really hard to do. You have the Jane Foster as Thor storyline. Then you have Thor the God Butcher, which is this amazing comic that's really serious and like, and they got Christian Bale to play Gore the God Butcher, which is like amazing, but it's all undercut. Great. There's a joke like every 3 seconds, and you can never get invested into the story because they don't respect the material. A lot of people think that the whole notion of comic book films are sort of farcical, so it should be funny, but that's not what Jack Kirby wrote. That's not what they made. Wasn't intended to be funny. And it's not that I'm against humor. It's just there's just so much of it. It's just,
you're against humor, man.
And then if you have jokes, right? It's better to not have a joke than to have a joke and it to be not funny.
Wait, say that again?
Like, it's better to not have a joke than to have a joke and it not work.
Be fun. Oh yeah, it's terrible.
It's terrible.
That's terrible. Was there a lot of that in that movie?
Absolutely.
Oh no. I saw that in the trailer. I went, no. Brian McCann came up with the list. He's a member of the channel. Morbius, Venom 2. Venom 2, I really had a good time with Venom 2. Black Adams, The Suicide Squad, Spider-Man, Black Widow, Doctor Strange, Batman, Thor 4, Wakanda, Eternals.
Oh, he had the inverse almost to me.
Yeah, he did. You're right. Yeah.
He put the non-MCU
really
films
51
up first.
likes? Wow. The little Latino slant is moving on up. Thank you all for being here. If you haven't yet, please share the link. We're in the final part of we kind of just went off tangent with these with the last year of comic book films, but I think it speaks to a lot of mediocrity in Marvel happening. I think there's a lot of more hope, especially with all the changes at DC. I'm excited for next year, as you know. for Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah. So
I'm excited for Henry Cavill. You
indeed.
posted about Henry.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, Henry Cavill was God made Henry Cavill to play Superman. Like
Mm,
it's a shame it's taken this long to get him back in that.
yeah, that's so weird, man. Why they did that? That's so weird. Why they did that? 53 likes. Thank you. That's awesome. Yeah, so I'm excited about. So, what else are you excited for as far as DC and then Marvel?
I'm excited for all the DC projects that have been announced so far.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried about the Flash. It was another movie where it was going to be used as a setup vehicle to do two or three other things, and I was worried. But
Mm-hmm.
you know, you have the other issues with the lead
With the
actor,
lead, yeah.
which are
Mm-hmm.
serious. But that movie's tested really, really well. I know that
That's what I heard.
all the screenings they've had of that movie went gangbusters. So that gives me a lot of hope. Aquaman 2, you got Momoa's Aquaman, Yaya's Black Manta.
Okay.
Two actors I really like. I like the first Aquaman a lot. Very silly,
Yeah,
but very fun.
fun.
Really good action. James Wan's a really capable director. Excited for that. Of course, my boy from Cobra Kai, Zolo,
Yeah, man. Let's talk
as
about that.
as Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that's going to be amazing. Definitely going to be there for day one of that.
Did you hear that George Lopez let it slip out that Batman's going to be referred to in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool, man.
I'm a little concerned. The one that concerns me is Shazam. It feels like
Why is that?
it feels like they made a filler movie because The Rock wasn't ready to be the antagonist for Shazam yet, so they had to
Mm-hmm.
come up with something else, and
Mm.
it almost feels like a lower stakes filler story. I mean, even though they got more budget, I thought Shazam was cool. Wasn't a great movie. It was good. It was cute. It was it had that family fun element to it, heartwarming, and I
Mm-hmm.
like David Sandberg a lot. Really seems like a really cool guy. That's the one that concerns me. I'm probably least excited about that one, but the other three, I'm like, yeah, I'm all in. Marvel,
Yeah.
uh, I'm here waiting on the X-Men and the Fantastic Four. That's what I'm waiting on. I was hoping Doctor Doom would have showed up in Black Panther 2. At least a post credits or something.
Yeah, I was really, hurting on that on some cameos, at least for the T'Challa's funeral.
Mhm.
I put that question up on Twitter. I got a huge response.
Yeah,
I mean, at least Bucky, one of
yeah.
these guys. I mean, that just made no sense. But then again, there's a lot of things that this terrible movie
Oh,
didn't
yeah,
make
well, but
sense.
it got shut. The whole production got shut down like two or three times because of COVID and all kind of stuff. And it was,
So every movie and TV show in Hollywood, they went through the whole thing that these guys did. I remember
yeah,
Romy working on a couple of TV shows where, she was literally taking COVID tests every day just to get back on set.
mm,
Yeah, I mean, listen,
yeah.
you
I
know,
don't know, man. I don't have an answer. It seemed like it would have made sense for Banner, um, you know, Cheadle to be there. Uh,
it- yeah, okay.
I mean, because most of the
If it's
Avengers are
like
dead, right?
no colonizers allowed, then at least Sam and Cheadle. No, that's awesome, bro. But what about my favorite colonizer?
Well, it wasn't that because they had Ross in the movie. I mean, it definitely wasn't that.
No, yeah. There's, it's
There's something
just
else.
there's something else. There's
Yeah.
something there. It was just strange, and
Hmm.
in a long list for me of very strange things, plot holes in this movie. And one of the last things I want to talk about, not a plot hole, but a problem I had is the clipping of Namor's wings and taking the knee. You know, you talk about representation in powerful images. For the first time, you have this beautiful, strong, brown Mesoamerican man, and then fighting
Aqua
black people,
Poppy. Aqua Poppy. That's what they're calling him on Twitter now.
whatever. Then fighting black people, and then taking a knee. Didn't sit too well with me.
Yeah.
What's your take?
Oh, I feel like we didn't talk that much about Namor at all, really.
Mm-hmm.
Namor yielding. I mean, gosh, right? It's Wakanda versus Atlantis via
Talokan.
Talokan, and they're fighting. We know how all these versus movies, right? When you have two big characters fight each other, like they end in some sort of stalemate. You know, you saw Civil War, BVS. Every time you have two heroes fight each other, even an anti-hero, somebody who's a hero and sometimes a villain, we always know it's going to end in a stalemate.
Okay.
Wakanda's overmatched, physically overmatched. They're fighting in the water, basically, or and they were shown as losing, but in a movie where you have the death of T'Challa, the death of the Queen of Wakanda, you know, I see that as kind of being the only way for that to play out. Not even reading into who's black, who's brown, right? Here's the marquee character, you know, sort of here's what they do to save the day. That's how I look at that. Like here's Shuri as the new Black Panther saving Wakanda. That's how I look at it. And what they set up, his last lines of dialogue when Namor goes back to Talokan, Kukulkan. I had to say that one time here.
That's good.
You know what they're setting up is they're going to have to fight together against the Thunderbolts, which we're going to see in whenever that movie comes. I mean, as far as the symbolism, there's just no way around it. There's no way around it. I think if you have a story where these two characters have to fight and you have that much loss already on one side, then that's kind of the only way from a plot and story element that can play out. I mean, otherwise he would have killed her, and then it was like, oh damn, like Wakanda's dead. Like there's no more Wakanda movies. He killed them all. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you have to satisfy in these types of stories, right? Like if it was just a straight up fight between the two, he crushes her all day, right? You know. That's how I think about it. I'd even read it like, oh, I didn't even take a read on it beyond that. There was actually in the first Black Panther, they had a different when Wakabi takes the knee against his wife, Okoye. That was deliberate. That was deliberate. This, on the other hand, I don't see that way. I don't see in the same way. I think that this was kind of the only way. Like she had to get him to stop the fighting. True. In order to save Wakanda, that's the only way. Otherwise, you would never have Wakanda would be off the map completely, and there would be no more Wakanda.
A jerkmonger says, if Namor had just been Atlantean like in the comics, brown and black wouldn't have been an issue. I've waited so long since the 70s to see Namor on the screen, and I am not excited about this take. I mean, that's for real, right? That's Namor would never bend the knee. I like that the idea of just knocking his ass out. I mean,
Yeah.
there could have been like a sucker hit, like M'Baku comes from behind and pop, let's get out of here. And he grabs Shuri, but they would never let him save Shuri,
Right.
Which just speaks to like a little bit of a, well, it's not so little. It's just, black men definitely took a back seat in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, but I think it was even more, like I said, I think that was even more deliberate in the first Black Panther,
It was.
where T'Challa as the main character drove very little of the plot. He's saved by women. Uh, he's, of course, you have the Dora Milaje, which come from the comics.
Mhm.
And a lot of the heavy lifting, is in that movie is done by female characters. And this one, it's almost, because he's gone,
Mhm.
it makes more
Did he
sense.
freeze? I think
Did I
you
freeze?
froze, so it is.
Am I frozen now?
No,
You
you're
see me
good
now?
Okay, go ahead and check it out again. Say that again.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that feminist element was stronger, was more on the surface in the first movie than the second movie. I think the second movie, they're just forced into it. They're almost forced into it. And I don't have a problem with female leads. I mean, I loved Wonder Woman. Loved the first Wonder Woman movie. Loved, 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 loved. I think they're forced into it because you don't have T'Challa. Like, I could see the fight and this conflict playing out the same exact way if you had uh, T'Challa still, even in this movie. If it like him getting the best, him deciding not to kill Namor at the end, tricking Namor, because that's the only way. Unless you're like Hulk or Thor, the only way you can really beat Namor is some sort of gimmick, right? And that's what they use here. The whole heat dehydration.
Sure.
Yeah, you know, uh, I guess it's sort of a, I don't know, it's more coincidental for me. I guess that's what I'm rambling about.
Okay, so then what is it going to lead to? We're going to get a Namor movie. What do you think? What's going on?
Absolutely, we're gonna get a Namor movie, I think, or show, or he's gonna be a big when we introduce the Fantastic Four. He's gonna be a big part of that. Um, he's gonna be a part of probably the Thunderbolts movie, where they're gonna be Thunderbolts are sort of like Marvel's version of the Suicide Squad, I guess. They're gonna fight with Wakanda against them. At least that's what I predict. So there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot more.
Hey, honey, you see who's on the show? It's Reggie. Hey. Hi, Reggie.
Hey, how you doing, Romy?
How you doing, Romy? Well, she's good.
All right.
Hi, love, she says.
All right.
Yeah. When Feige was on the red carpet, he had there was one of like some Namor blogger was all dressed up as Namor, doing the press, what have you. He grabbed Feige and he actually asked him, was Namor gonna get his own movie? What's going on? And he was like, well, we'll see how this goes. That's what Feige said. So I'm wondering if they're, kind of seeing the reaction from the Latino community from Latin America and the States, if that is going to make a decision. let's just let me take this off for a second. Let's just go with that for a second, guys.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
You know, because they have this iteration now of Namor, and I'm wondering if they do make. Listen, what would be, and Brian McCann is a huge Namor fan, and we have a couple other Jerkmonger. What would be your favorite storyline for Namor to get into in his first movie? Would it be meeting the Fantastic Four? You tell me, guys. You tell me. And Solomon Thornton for $5. It would have been cool if T'Challa was introduced in Doctor Strange 2.
I think he means T'Challa Jr. or an alternate universe T'Challa.
T'Challa Jr. or a new T'Challa. Because wasn't Black Panther in a different multiverse? But I mean, that would have been interesting. Jerkmonger for $2. Great conversation, by the way, fellas.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. What do you think? Any thoughts there?
Absolutely. We had one of the Fantastic Four. They had, that was the Illuminati. That's
right
on the panel, which
right.
Black Panther and Namor are a part of.
Right, that's what they weren't they on that council?
Mm-hmm. In the comics, they are. So
in the comics, they are.
Yeah, I assume Kevin Feige just wanted to save it. I don't know.
Right. Oh, Solomon, you didn't have to give me another $2. I meant alternate T'Challa. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
And for all these wonderful super chats, let's give you a little La Bamba. Here we go. McCann, Namor plus Torch plus Captain America equals Invaders.
Yeah, Invaders, baby. What? Hey, guess what? It's not just on the wall, guys. It's here too. Invaders.
Oh man, that's really cool.
Invaders. That's a World War II basically time setting where Captain America, Namor, the android version of Human Torch, basically fight Nazis.
Yeah, we need a good old let's fight Nazis movies. Yeah.
Hey, we all don't like them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, well, I hope that happens. That would be great.
Well, maybe. I mean, they're introducing Kang in the Ant-Man movie.
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Well, Jonathan Majors is one of my favorite new actors. The guy who's playing Kang. He's just great. And
he's got a presence.
I'm curious to see what they do and what they allow him to do and how it works, because you see a lot of times some actors come to the MCU that are great and they kind of go in the shell a little bit once they get on a franchise like this. But he's a major villain for the Avengers, and he's a guy who can universe hop, time hop. So that might be. I have a comic where he sends the invader. I forget if he sends either the invaders. He does something with time where the invaders fight the Avengers. So you have old school Cap against new Cap and Black Panther, and so yeah.
Hey, but seriously. You put him up next to Majors, man. Namor, put down the pastor. Put down the tamales. He
I
looks
thought,
good. He looks
yeah,
good. He
yeah.
looks.
I think he had the swimmer body. You know, that's what Namor has. He shouldn't look like Thor.
No, but Namor was amazing, dude.
Yeah,
Comic book Namor?
yeah,
Come on now. All right, back to this.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Definitely, Baron Blood would be great. Period. I think they don't even have to go back in time. They can have a new, since he's a vampire. He doesn't have to be set in World War II. He can like be still alive. He's a vampire, so you can fight. You know, you can have him fight anybody. You can have him fight Sam and Bucky.
Okay, guys. So we've had quite a great conversation about Wakanda Forever, all the different elements. Can we all agree that it is just not a good movie, Reggie? La la la. But a couple things, guys. We have over 50 people in the chat. I mean, amazing. Thank you guys so much. Can you guys do two things for me? Members that are still here, hit me up with a Slantino emoji, say hello. And then if you're new, say hola, let us know that you're here. Thank you so much. Great crowd hanging out with us. Now, the next thing, I see a lot of new people too, which is just makes me so happy. Here, let me hola. Oh yeah, that's what we want. We want some holas. And we want our members to hit up the emojis. Jonah Hex. What's up, Jonah? I've seen you around. Jerkmonger is definitely new. Biscayne Brody. I'm new here. Drop the like and subscribe. Muchísimas gracias,
Right.
hombre. J. Inri. Hello. Hello. Yosef Productions. Just hanging. Hey, guys, keep hanging. I have something very special for you guys. Very special that Reggie is sharing with us. What up? What up? And we got all our members. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's cool. Okay, guys, like I said, Reggie's a filmmaker, and we're going to present a part of his pitch piece, proof of concept, short film, In the Hill, trailer, proof of concept, right? The Hill.
The Hill.
The Hill. Tell us what The Hill. Tell us, just give us a quick,
Sure.
yeah, quick.
So the Hill's an action fantasy story based on like an old Tanzanian folktale, kind of their version of the boogeyman. In the story, there's a young hero who goes to makes a pledge to go up the hill to fight this mythical creature that's plaguing his village and killing people, taking their food supplies. And he goes up the hill to find this thing that is rumored to exist on Mount Miro, which is a mountain right next to Mount Kilimanjaro.
Okay,
And this
sorry
is
about that. Here we go.
Oh, was I muted?
No, you were fine. I just,
Okay.
I knocked
Oh, no
myself
problem.
out.
No problem. And it's takes place in like the 12th century Tanzania.
Okay. Which we love. We love old lore stories, historical. Okay.
Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, it's based upon based upon an old folktale about a certain monster who lives in this part of the world who wreaks havoc upon the citizens it comes across. And there's a teenage boy who's made a pledge to go kill it to save his village.
Wow. So, okay, so that's the story. What are we about to see?
So we're going to see a proof of concept. This is us filming 2 days at a local park. We didn't, we don't have resources to go take a film crew to to Tanzania, northern Tanzania, of course. So this is filmed, pretty much around the corner in 2 days. And this is just me giving you an idea, a very small idea of what the real film, feature-length film, would feel like if it were to be made.
All right, let's check it out.
Yo, move.
Okay, Baba.
Do you know what you are doing, boy?
Of course I do.
But do you understand why? You want everything.
No?
It is okay to want things. I want things too.
I'm hungry.
And that is why I can't play all day. I have to hunt to keep your little stomach full. Something's been ravaging the crops. I have to stop it.
And I fear that we have no other choice. We have been ravaged beyond what we can bear.
I will remind the court of our history. We are not bound to any land, any trees, any water. We go where we can survive.
We assume there is a beast that lives on the hill. But I know it is the Zimwe.
No one can ridicule the idea of an ogre, but we cannot argue the plague on our crops, our livestock, our loved ones.
We cannot allow these children to starve any longer. We must go.
I will go up the hill.
And who are you to go? You are not even a man.
I want to help you, Baba.
I wish you could, Moana. I wish you could. Give me 1 week, and I will fell the Zimwe.
A test of fortitude and skill. Yarrow, come.
Mute, boy.
They say a journey up the hill is enough to break a man itself.
I'm not a man, remember?
You have found faith with the ancestors. Let it carry you up the hill against the Zimmi.
We should all just leave here. This place is no better than anywhere else.
That is not true. This land is great. Better than what much of our ancestors dealt with elsewhere.
We need to have every house on the ready as soon as we get what.
No one comes back from the hill. They all die.
Maybe I already have.
Where do you think he is now?
I don't know.
Has anyone been gone this long?
I don't know, Fatila.
Zimmi is a great big boogeyman with jaws of a crocodile, claws of a leopard.
You want to hear me say I'm not scared? No one knows what is up there.
What are the chances they don't make it back?
There are not many days left. At least not for me.
Others have wounded, but I was up there. It never stopped.
He's off to do what he always has. What all young boys do. Make their Baba proud.
I want to help you, Baba.
I wish you could.
Wow.
Thanks, Paul.
This is better than Wakanda Forever. I'm sorry. And
Hey,
what was
I'm
the
not going to
budget on
argue.
this?
I'm not going to argue with the if. I'm not going to argue with that, man.
What was the budget on this?
Like dirt.
Bro.
I mean,
this
most
is-
of it went into the costumes. It was
they
like,
they look great.
yeah,
Where was this filmed? Like,
Kenneth
where were
Hahn
these
Park.
hills?
Kenneth Hahn Park.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other day, this other park here is in it's like Thousand Oaks. I forget the name of the park.
Man. Okay, so I put in the chat, guys, the link to the YouTube page. So subscribe over there to The Hill now. And we always talk about what I love about this community, and there's a lot of things I love about this community, is supporting independent creators. And this is it right here. This is someone who's a filmmaker or writer who has taken it upon his shoulders to create something unique and wonderful from ancient lore if we could say that, and give you guys this. So what's the next step for this film?
Man, we got to get people who are powerful to,
Mm-hmm.
to push it along. It's a matter of getting like a producer to sign on board and give us a budget.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
A couple of things that we need here. We need a budget for location, some CGI,
Mm-hmm.
some monster suits, which a couple of those are like $100,000 each.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of yeses that you need to hear, and a lot of money for those yeses.
So what's your is this final product going to be a short film or a feature, and what's the budget?
The final project would be a feature film, and
Right.
I don't even want to put a number on that budget because it'll be.
Sure.
I mean, it'll be lower for a feature film, but
Mhm.
It's definitely a lot more money than I've ever put into anything.
That's great, man.
Thanks for all the positive comments, by the way, man. That means a lot because, I watched this and I'm like, oh gosh, is it good enough? Is it good enough? So that means a lot. No, this is the Zimwi is the creature. Is the name of the creature, and it's actually a children's story. It's kind of like the boogeyman. It has it's a creature that has the ability to shapeshift. Um, Super strong, big. Um, Before the Sultanate. This is Tanzania, so not 12th century. I see some questions coming in. Yeah, definitely before contact with the Islamic Arabic world.
Mm.
Some magical elements. I describe it as kind of like Predator meets Apocalypto with a little Man of Steel thrown in. And then thank you, Clive. Me too. Yeah, because we want to get a real serious take into a culture that hasn't been explored, in a way that hasn't been explored, with some of those classic fantasy elements.
Mm-hmm.
I do jerkmonger. I do have concept art. I do have quite a bit.
It's
Yeah,
great, man.
yeah,
It's
and
great.
the story is really based upon my relationship with my dad. I wrote this about a year and a half after he passed, and that's essentially what it's about.
We got a lot of fans. Why don't you put your Twitter handle in the private chat as well?
Okay.
And I hope you guys enjoy that very special addition here to our stream, and to take it back to Kugler and the film Sir Chai 87 for $2. Thank you so much. We are letting Ryan Coogler off the hook. Well, I've been pretty honest with all my assessments of Coogler's latest film. It's not my favorite Coogler film. But Reggie, any thoughts to this?
Man, it's just such a. I mean, if I look at it as like, hey, if I'm going to direct Black Panther Wakanda Forever, what am I going to do? That's how I look at it. Like, it just I mean, it's almost an impossible burden. You have there's no Chadwick, dude. There's no T'Challa. Like, if Kevin Feige, whoever is involved in making the decision to recast or not recast, once that's set, there's only so much you can do. Even if you recast, there's gonna be people that are gonna like, oh, I don't like him. He's no Chadwick. Kind of like the same way, like, oh, he's no Christopher Reeve. With Superman, or it's.
But they'll get over it, man. They'll get
Yeah,
over it. With
yeah. I
time,
mean,
that's what time does.
I don't. Yeah.
That's what time does. I have the luxury of being 52. It's like there's certain things that we, I don't know that this movie is even going to age well.
I mean, how many of them do? I mean, I love the first Avengers movie. That has not aged well at all.
The Captain America movies are amazing.
Well, yeah, yeah, I'll give you that. I mean, Civil War is one of my favorite. I mean, not Civil War, but Winter Soldier is one of my favorite Marvel movies.
Really quick, a good member of our channel just got here. Zax, what's up, buddy? We're having a great talk with Reggie Johnson, filmmaker. We saw some of his movie, his next movie idea that he's working on. Positive masculine storytelling. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we like our stuff real macho around here. Nothing wrong with female heroes, but
You know what? Speaking of real machos, there's that real macho video I played earlier. I think it's time to play that again for people that just got here. What do you think, Reggie?
Let them have it.
Yeah, because a real macho, doesn't wash dishes, man. All right. So let's let me do it. We can make me. Well, no, we'll make me solo. Hold on. Me solo. Yeah, real macho doesn't do dishes, man. You know what? Here's check it out.
Como cuando tu esposa te dice, lava los trastes. No voy a lavar ni madre. Nada voy a lavar. Eso no es cosa de hombres, es cosa de viejas. Yo no voy a lavar nada. Lávalos tú. Nada, un TikTok. Un TikTok que está ahorita.
¿De qué?
No, ya lo voy a borrar porque nada, está bien chafa, ni me gustó. Sí, no, déjamelo. Sí, de hecho, estaba poniendo música para ponerme a lavarlo, ¿sabes? ¿No sabes dónde está la esponja?
Videos?
Man.
Does that dude have more videos? That's too good. He's got to have some more.
Well, our boy Fletcher Williams is really, taking upon himself to. He's been sending me some crazy videos from all over Latin America.
Yeah.
And I said, please find me someone doing Namor, but like with the. Remember you sent me one with Black Panther with the belly.
Oh yeah. He Whataburger, not Wakanda.
The hand, yeah. Nada. Still funny. Perfect. That is. What's up, Jody? Jody's Corner's here. What's up, my man? He saw it twice.
What did he think?
I think he's leaning towards my sensibilities on this one, my friend. Looks cool. Reggie has the dad son vibes. Don't go woke. Get it done. This should stay pure. Hey, those are your fans.
Everything I'm gonna look. I'm one of those people where everything I'm gonna make is gonna offend probably everybody. So that's the world we're in now.
Just stay true to your vision.
That's all I can do. That's
all you can do. And but as you can see from the little that we showed, you got a great reaction, and
I'm definitely appreciative. That
again, go. This is Reggie's film. I mean, good looking film. Short. Well, it's a proof of film. So it's a proof of concept. Yeah. But you definitely have a filmmaker's eye. Love the camera movement, and we wish you all the luck in the world, man.
Thanks, y'all. Hey, Darth Plato, I see you. I'll take it.
What do you say? Oh, better, yeah, that'd be way better.
I love Knives Out, but I would have had some different things with the Star Wars franchise.
Oh my God. Yeah, don't get us started. I think that's it, man. I think that's it. It's been a great talk.
Yes, I enjoyed
We've
it.
had
I
a
enjoyed
really
it.
great crowd. And you guys know where to follow him. I want to remind you guys, this Wednesday we're having a really it's I think it's posted in, let me see. Yeah, the next live show, Animal Fundraiser shelter. It's a shelter we've worked with the last 3 years, Reggie. Here in town. That's how we got our dogs a little over 2 years ago. We're raising money for them this Wednesday, so please join us. Romy Diaz is going to be hosting. We are going to have some special guests coming on by. Let me tell you who we are going to have. Cameron Pasha. We're going to have some surprise guests, including a couple of people you might recognize. I don't want to spill the beans just yet. But some other good friends stopping in to support and raise money for the animal rescue shelter. It's called SCARS, Southern California Animal Rescue Squad. So that is this Wednesday. So mark it right now. Reggie's one cool dude. He's all right.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Sagtown. My wife is from Sagtown.
He's all right. Andrea Munoz Harginozax. She will be making an appearance. The one of the leads of well, she's one of the co-stars of in Bullet Train. She will be here this Wednesday.
Awesome.
Yeah. So there you go. I gave you a nugget. Hit the like. Sacramento sucks in the summer. Man, so, listen, Central California, all up and down that grapevine is brutal during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Reggie, I salute you.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice. Any closing words, Reggie? Anything on the wall? On the wall of comics that you wanted to share?
Not really, man. I think I've said enough.
Yeah, we've said enough. We've said a lot.
Yeah.
And we've read all the super chats, and people have come on through. It's been quite the we've been having quite a great time here with the channel growing this past week. Righty, let me see. I have the closing credits. And Reggie, you're in that closing credits, man. Thanks for supporting us.
Oh, sure, man.
This whole time.
Yep.
This whole time. I wish you all the luck and fortune from Dempsey. Drunken Poet. I love that.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, don't forget this Wednesday, actress Romy Diaz will be hosting and doing this this great cause. So everyone will see you at the next one. Reggie, thank you for being a great sport.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for not shouting over me.
If you are a member of the channel, you're gonna see your name on this list. Do you hear me? And we'll let you enjoy it.
Moving and the sounds coming out. The words are coming out, but I have my doubts that you realize what's been said. You look at me as if you're in a daze. It's like the feeling at the end of a page when you realize you don't know what you just read. What a waste for no one listens anymore. When no one listens, what a words for. No one listens, there's no use talking at all. Might as well go up and talk to a wall, 'cause all the words are having no effect. change the direction of